They laughed. Oh, how they laughed. When you dared to speak your vision, they snickered like hyenas. When you whispered your goals, they rolled their eyes. And when you worked in silence, they mistook your absence for weakness. Fools. But now it finally hit them. And you can see it all over their faces. That uncomfortable silence, that stiff body language, that twitch in the corner of their mouth when your name is mentioned. Because deep down, they know you're a goddamn genius, and they can't even speak. They can't even comprehend how you pulled it off, because they never saw you coming. You weren't loud, you weren't flashy. You didn't need to convince them. You didn't beg for support. You let the results slap them in the face. And now, they're choking on every joke they made at your expense. See, people only cheer for winners. And you were never looking for cheerleaders. You were building a legacy while they were building followers. You were stacking power while they were stacking likes. And now that your light is blinding, they finally realize they were sitting next to a genius. But it's too late now. You kept your mouth shut while they flexed their fake confidence. You watched from the shadows as they played pretend, acting like they had it all figured out. But now, you're the blueprint. Your silence made them nervous. Because real intelligence doesn't need applause. It doesn't crave validation. It calculates. It observes. It moves like a phantom through a world built on illusions. And when it strikes with surgical precision. You're not just smart, you're dangerous. Because your intelligence isn't for display. It's weaponized. It's the kind of genius that doesn't sit on a shelf. It walks through fire. It tears down systems. It bends reality to its will. They thought you were weird. They thought you were lost. But now that they've seen what you've become, they can't unsee it. They can't fake confidence around you anymore. They can't pretend they're in control. Because suddenly, you're the storm. And they're standing in the open, drenched, clueless, helpless. You know what's funny? It's not just that you were smarter. It's that you outlasted them. You outworked them. You outdisciplined them. You didn't burn out trying to impress them. You burned quietly until the whole damn room caught fire. You didn't crave revenge. You became the revenge. You didn't throw tantrums or post pity parties. You didn't scream, "Look at me." You just transformed. And now, you don't need to scream. Your presence says everything. They sit in silence, not because they respect you, but because they fear what you've become. They know now. They weren't smarter. They weren't better. They were just louder. And you were the quiet chaos rising in the background. They underestimated you. And that's your superpower. Because people never guard against what they don't respect. They never defend themselves from the one they think is nothing. And that gave you time, precious time. Time to evolve, time to sharpen your edge, time to grow your mind into a fortress. And now that you've arrived, they don't know where to hide. You became everything they feared and more. Not because you shouted your worth, but because you let your actions scream. Now they look at you like a ghost, someone they thought they buried in ridicule, someone they tried to erase with mockery. But now you stand here, alive, unstoppable, and dripping with power. And they have no words. That's the price of underestimating a genius. You don't even get the chance to apologize. You're just forced to watch, in silence. Let them sit in their shock. Let them watch you win, unable to even fake a smile. Let them feel that slow, suffocating realization that every snide comment, every dismissive shrug, every smirk they threw your way was just fuel for your rise. You were a volcano in disguise, and now you've erupted. Now, their egos are melting in the heat of your success, and they're choking on the smoke. You know what makes a genius terrifying? It's not intelligence, it's focus, it's discipline, it's the refusal to conform, it's the rage beneath the calm, it's the storm hiding behind the smile. Because geniuses don't follow rules, They rewrite them. They don't play the game. They flip the board. They don't ask permission. They take what's theirs. And that's you. You didn't wait for them to clap. You didn't ask for a stage. You didn't need a spotlight. You became the show. They can't even speak because their words were never built to describe someone like you. You don't fit in a box. You don't fit their narrative. You break logic. You challenge reality. You exist in defiance of their expectations. They thought you were strange. Now they study you like a riddle. They thought you were lost. Now they want your map, but you're not giving it to them. Because geniuses don't hand out blueprints. They leave puzzles, and only those worthy can decode them. Let them live in confusion. Let them drown in the questions you never answer. Let them try to figure you out while you build empires they'll never touch. You've entered a different league now. You speak in results. You breathe in silence. You move like a myth. And when you enter a room, it bends around you. Because power like yours isn't loud. It's quiet, it's cold, and it's undeniable. Now they whisper. Now they replay old conversations, hoping they didn't say something foolish. But deep down, they know. They all did. They all dismissed you. They all talked down to you. And now they wish they could take it back. But geniuses don't rewind. They fast forward. And you're miles ahead. Untouchable, unbothered, unforgiving. This is the reward for staying silent. This is what happens when you don't waste time defending yourself. When you keep your head down, your mind sharp, and your heart cold. This is the payoff, the moment when your presence breaks their spirit, because they never thought you'd make it. But now you're not just making it, you're making history, and they can't handle it. They can't process that someone like you, someone they labeled crazy, weird, broken, was the genius all along. And now, they're scared. Scared of what else you're capable of. Scared of what you'll become next. Scared that your silence was never weakness, but warning. So let them sit, speechless, shaking, ashamed. You don't owe them a word, not a sentence, not an explanation. Because the genius they ignored has evolved beyond their understanding. You don't talk, you show. You don't warn, you strike. You don't react, you dominate. And when they finally realize it, it's already too late. Because it finally hit them. You're a goddamn genius. And they can't even speak.